Welcome to Productive Joy with Dr. Christie, where fun meets action.
Hi, friends. Welcome to Productive Joy. I just had the opportunity to interview a fantastic man by the name of Steve Richmond. And Steve speaks all over the country. As a matter of fact, he's spoken in all 50 states, kind of a fun thing that can say he's done. And in all of those speaking engagements, something that he talked a lot about was being authentic. And Lord knows I can absolutely relate to that. It has taken me a lot of years to figure out that being me is the only person that I can be. But I'm not gonna be everybody's favorite flavor, and that's the thing that both Steve and I've realized together, is that it's okay to not win over every single person in the audience. It's not okay to be off-putting, and it's not okay to be a jerk, and it's not okay to choose to be obnoxious. But if you're being yourself and you're being your best authentic self and a couple people don't relate to that, that's okay. Because chances are you wouldn't relate to them either. And to get 100% of everybody to walk out going, oh my gosh, best thing ever is, well, it's a pretty tall order. So, as a leader, you are not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And yet, as a leader, you don't pick and choose who you support and who you don't. And you don't pick and choose who listens to you and who doesn't. But you do have to recognize that you need to show up as your authentic self so that others can show up as their authentic selves as well. So that's the thing that I've been learning as a leader is that I know who I am. And that's step one in being a great leader is knowing who you are. But do you know who your people are? And if you don't know who your people are, why not? You have to know who your people are so that you can best serve them. It is not going to require the exact same thing to please everybody. So this is something that I do on my team. We work with the languages of appreciation. That's basically the love languages from Gary Chapman for the workplace. And so there are 5 of them. Let's see if I can get them right. You've got physical touch. I don't recommend that being your top one in the workplace. That's probably not going to end well. Words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, and acts of service. And so when you're supporting your team, if you know which of those things they need most, you can give them what they need instead of making assumptions. So if I'm not a receiving gifts person and your way of telling me I did a good job is a Starbucks gift card, you don't even know I don't like coffee, right? Like, thanks, but that's not really speaking my language. What I really want to know is I want something specific that I did that will speak to why you said I did a good job. Not good job, but you did a really great job, and here's what you did a good job doing. I appreciated how well you handled that client when they were disgruntled because you took the time to listen to them, and then you made very good points about why we did what we did after you heard them. That speaks my language. That's words of affirmation. Acts of service might be, you know what? I know that you've got a whole lot on your plate. Let me take something off of your plate so that you can focus your attention over here. So, as leaders, we really need to know our people. One of my favorite ways to get to know people is through a personality test that does not require writing anything down. So, this is something that I do with groups often. And oh my gosh, is it so much fun because it's quick, easy, and relatable. So, you are either a paperclip, a magnifying glass, a teddy bear, or a slinky. So here's how that goes. And I have been doing this, oh my gosh, for decades. Like this is one that has related to me for a long time. So if you're a paperclip, you are super organized. Chances are really good you have a color-coded sock drawer. Your folders all match. Your Post-it notes are in order. They're all the same color. You like order, linear thinkers. These are the people that hold it all together, right? Paperclips. Magnifying glasses tend to zoom in on details. They're very focused, and by being focused, they're able to get the job done. They're also very task-oriented. So these are the people that say, hey, we need to do this, 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 and this, and they're not willing to waver from that. So they tend to be pretty directive in how they do things. Your teddy bears are concerned with how people feel. They want to make sure that you are comfortable, that you've taken a break, that you have enough water today, that you are well cared for, and they're going to be concerned about your feeling. And then your slinkies are a little all over the place. They're fun, right? You like to watch a slinky slink down the stairs, but a slinky is also your big idea people. They're very dopamine driven. They are wide open, which is not a bad thing, but it's a lot sometimes. And they tend to be the ones that come up with these really great things, but then they need a paperclip in their life to actually get them done. So, what are you? I am a slinky with teddy bear tendencies. That means that I am, yes, wide open and a little all over the place. However, I'm really concerned that everybody feels okay and feels like they're part of the bigger group. So, why am I talking about that on Productive Joy? Because step one in Productive Joy for me is knowing who you are so that you can know your people so that they can get what they need out of whatever you're giving. So when I think about productive joy, for me, it's really a step in the direction of as a leader, what can I do to create joy for others and move the needle forward? And I think the number one way to do that is to know your people. So Steve talked about it. He picks a person out of the audience and he connects with that person and off he goes. I try to connect with all the people in the audience, which is a tall order when you have a big audience, but it's important. And then when I have the opportunity to be with a smaller group, the first thing that I do is assess who's in the room. Okay. Where are my slinkies? Where are my paper clips? And how can we leverage those talents, that personality to create the Avengers, right? Because we each come with our own pieces to the puzzle, but together we're so much better than we are by ourselves. So that's your little nugget of wisdom today is one, to get to know yourself. Two, to get to know your people. And three, to leverage those personality traits so that you can get the absolute best out of everybody involved. So I don't know who needed to hear that today or what part of that resonated with you, but I think you'll enjoy the interview with Steve as we talked about how to be a great speaker. What are some ways that you can get people to choose to listen to you and to make sure that you're using clear as kind and that you know who your people are. And then I just really wanted to give you a few tools in your tool belt because that personality test takes about 13 seconds. And in those 13 seconds, you can gain a lot of information. So, as always, Productive Joy is designed to help you figure out how you can turn fun into action. And I want to say a big thank you to all of you who have been listening. Oh my goodness, I am so honored that you would take the time to spend 30 minutes with me or 5 minutes with me, depending on which episode you're listening to. Please share this with your friends. Somebody out there needs it, and the only way they're going to get it is if you share it. So, thank you for all you're doing. And don't forget to turn fun into action.